Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Sterling Gregory. I'm a freshman in high school. I currently attend
What
CT.
is your experience in playing
My
volleyball?
experience playing volleyball is pretty great. I started in the middle of sixth grade year, and I played at Culver City High School, or not Culver City Middle School, and then I transferred to club, and I played both school volleyball and club volleyball. I played for CCVC, which is the club administered at the middle school, and then I transferred to Beach Cities, which Danny played for, and I'm currently at MU Surf, which is the top 5 team in the nation right now.
What is the difference between club and high school volleyball?
It's like two differences that I can say between high school and club volleyball. Is that club is more competitive and travels more, and requires you to travel more. You get more experiences. Like I've been to Texas. I've been to Vegas. I'm going to Florida this summer for nationals again. Yeah, just cause you to
Do you
travel
prefer club or high school, and why?
more. I would say I enjoy club more. It's more competitive. It's more like it's more of a setting. It's more of a fun space to work with, to play with. The people who like you meet, the people you meet are like the friends are your friends until like you move to another club or you're 18 and you can't play club anymore and you go to college. It's like they'll still be your friends. Like I have I still have friends from club last year from at Beach Cities where I had a bunch of we have a bunch of friends. And one of my friends at the Culver City High School volleyball tournament for varsity, one of my friends had or gave me a knee brace. The knee brace was it was like a gesture sort of. You let me keep it and everything. And yeah. Bro, I sound so weird talking, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You're good. Why did you start playing
Because of this
volleyball?
anime called Haikyuu.
What about Haikyuu made you want to start playing volleyball?
um, Haikyuu is really intriguing to me because at the time I was still playing soccer, and my soccer team was let's say not the greatest at the time. They're better now, obviously. It's been a few years, but I needed something new, something different. Like I needed to change, and that was that change. It found me.
What would you
Because
say are your strongest points and weakest points as a
I
volleyball
believe
player?
my strongest points and my weakest points are my strongest points are is passing and defense, and my weakest points are hitting and
What
blocking.
made passing and defense one of your strongest points and blocking and hitting one of your weakest points?
The position I play causes me to not need to hit or block at any point in the game at all. The position I played in middle school, which is the setter, um, I set because I like setting. That's like what Haikyuu got me into. And then when middle school ended and I was at nationals in Texas, my team had me play up a year, and because I was in 13s, because they messed up my age group, and then they had me play for the 14s as a lib, and as my time in the lib, I like really fell in love with the position. Like I just really wanted to play it. And I genuinely couldn't stop. It was like an addiction kind of. And then something clicked, and I was like, I want to be lib. 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 And now I play
During
lib.
your practices, what kind of training would you do to improve your skills as a lib?
Well, there was this one drill that I really hated called the 20 ball drill, and my coach would hit 20 balls or throw 20 balls like, randomly across the floor, across the court, and I'd have to dive for him and get like almost every single one up. Not in a row, but yeah, that was like one drill I really hated, but that really helped. Um, and yeah, to spam serve receive.
In an in-game situation, how do you handle pressure?
I know this is super ironic, but you like genuinely have to like really take deep breaths. Like everyone tells you this. Everyone tells you to stay calm, but can't really do anything. You have to stay focused, and you can do that by breathing. Like having like when you go back to serve, and it's like game point, I'd say it's 24-25. You need to make this to win. Just take a deep breath. And you can't, there's no timeout in the middle of a game like basketball. In the middle of a play, you have to go.
What is a time where you were in game and there was a lot of
I
pressure
would
on you?
say the last game of the season. There's a lot of pressure to keep it sure to go to round two of playoffs and for CIF. But
How would you feel after losing that game?
you feel terrible after you lose something you could have won. Um, there's not really anything you can do. It's in the past. So what you can do is move forward and
What is
not
your
think about it.
understanding of volleyball formations and positions?
I would say pretty good. I know what every position and what everyone does.
What are different strategies used in volleyball?
There are a lot of strategies used in volleyball. Like plays, for example, you can run a D ball, a pipe, an outside, a middle, or an elbow. You can also set it up. And set it up is where the ball goes over on the second touch. Let's say you got a perfect pass, for example, which is like a football, a perfect or like a perfect play that your coach wrote up. You can run an X, which is where the outside goes in for the middle, and your middle goes in, and your middle goes in for a three ball, which is if you put your two pointer fingers together and intertwine them, it's an X. It's exactly what that play is. And you can do the same thing with the other side, and you can add that with a back row attack. So yeah, there are multiple different
What do you think are the
strategies.
most important qualities for a successful volleyball team?
You really need chemistry. That's like the only thing you need. Besides being good at the game, you need chemistry. You need a connection between all the players to really have a good team.
How do you handle disagreements or conflicts with your coaches or other players on your team?
You kind of have to only listen. You can't really talk back or anything because if you talk back, you're either gonna run or you can do push-ups. Because
How do you handle a situation when you're fighting with a teammate?
this actually happened with Joel Gumison and Kenny. They did something at practice. I was like really annoyed with them. And after practice, I went up to them and I talked to them, and we figured it out. So I fixed that. I solved the conflict, and we were fine the next day. And there's been instances where we weren't fine the next day, and we worked out because
What
there's
do you enjoy the most about volleyball?
I think what I like the most about volleyball is the community, and the people. I can definitely say traveling though. That's a good second.
How do you balance volleyball with school and other things you have
I play
going on?
volleyball for club after school Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And it's not that hard to balance them because they're after school, not before school. Um, it's pretty similar. Same with school. School is after school.
What are your goals for your volleyball career?
My plans to finish high school, go to college, like like UCLA, USC, UC Irvine, Long Beach, because they have really good volleyball programs, and then play in the VNL, which is the Volleyball National League.